There are more than 50 million caregivers in the U.S., from in-home providers to family volunteers. President Biden says they are underpaid, unseen, and undervalued. When might they expect more support for their extraordinary work? I'm Jen White. We'll share your caregiving stories next time on 1A.
Today at 11 on WJCT News 89.9.
For many years, people turned to their daily newspaper to help them stay connected to what was going on in their community. While many newspapers have gotten significantly smaller.
This year, I'm going to have somebody in here that I think is going to surprise people in the top 5. But yeah, you heard me. I talked about Chase Claypool all year. I was telling friends around the NFL, he's a first-round pick at wide receiver. And I let some of the factors we just talked about not evaluating wide receivers and things like that, influence me. And hearing where other people might have him and all that. I'm so mad at myself when I do that. But I would say what I'm more disappointed with that I didn't have him in there, right? And even the other one I'll say I missed out on, like Brandon Ayuk.
Okay.
The Shanahan 49ers pick. That is probably the other one I wish I probably would have had in there too. I mean, just to look after the evaluation, everything like that. But I really like KJ Hamler, and I'm not giving up on him yet. I still think he could be a star.
Well, I think you're being hard on yourself, too, because, yeah, you were higher on Justin Jefferson than a lot of other people, because Jefferson ended up going, 22 overall? He was the 5th wide receiver taken.
Right.
And you didn't listen to all the critics when they were yelling at you for not having Jerry Jeudy in your top 5. A lot of people had him number 1 as the top receiver. He was the number 2 receiver taken.
I think that got proven right. That he was at least the top 2 receivers. I think that's, whether he deserved to be in my top 5 or not. Hey, let's see how the year plays out or the next year. But I think at least I was justified in not having him in the top 3 for sure.
So I'm going to give you for last year.
Thanks.
An A-.
All right. Thanks. I'll take an A-. I'll take an A-.
If you would have gone with your gut and had Jefferson 1, I would have given you an A+.
Yeah.
But A-, very good, better than most. We're going to exceed that this year. So let's just get right into it.
Right.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Number 6 in your Chris Sims 2021 NFL Draft wide receiver prospect list. I'm going to say that every time.
Wow, that's a tongue twister there. Number 6 is going to be Terrace Marshall Jr., a.k.a. Justin Jefferson Jr., a little bit, coming out of LSU. Really